The team loves it. I mean, it's definitely a step in, like, I won't even say the right direction. It's just a next level step for us. It really leveled up the facility as far as like the functionality, the efficiency, and the controls we have. It's a lot of flexibility in there. It's an amazing product.
My name is Austin Edelmeyer. I'm the Director of Cultivation at Peninsula Gardens. We started in 2021. This building was built in 2 phases. Phase 1, we had a different fertigation system in place. It worked for us, it did the job, but as we were expanding into phase 2, there was definitely some things that both our controller and the system as a whole had left to be desired.
So when we were designing the facility, we had a phase 1, and you go through a building design, you're like, oh, there's a few things that we could improve upon or that maybe we do a little differently. Then when we learned about dilutions, we're like, oh, when we get our phase 2 going, this is something we really want to look into. And that's kind of like where it started.
The system that we were using prior, some of the biggest constraints with that was the quantity of feeds that we could send in a day. A lot of these other systems kind of limit how many events you can send. And that was my biggest issue. Was I was limited to, at one time, 4 feeds a day. They increased it to 8 feeds a day. If you're trying to do some more advanced crop steering, it's definitely beneficial to be able to send a lot more feeds in smaller volumes.
Many things can go wrong within a facility. If you get a bad batch of nutrient solution, the pH is whack, especially in media that's very sensitive, like rock wool. If you miss certain shots, if you're hitting too hard of drybacks, it can cause undue stress on plants, which can really affect your yields. One day of mishaps or bad irrigation scheduling or bad inputs into your plants can really throw off that flower cycle.
We did some research and went around to a number of grows that are using a bunch of different systems and kind of got an idea of what we were looking to do. In that process with phase 2, we implemented batch tanks that are room specific. So every room has its own batch tank. And then we obviously ended up going with Dilution Solutions.
We've tried all the different fertigation styles, but for this facility, there's no question. This is what I would start with every time.
I would say the biggest difference is just how much flexibility we have. We pretty much anything we're looking to do, we can do it. With Dilution Solutions, there's actually a handful of ways that you can trigger feeds, whether it be by a timer, so you have a set duration of time, trigger at a specific time. You can set like an interval, so you can say from this time to this time, I want it to feed every hour for however long of a duration you want. And really, you can use those things in tandem as well in the same room. And so there's a lot more control with how you can feed, and there's a lot less limitations on how many feeds you can send. The biggest aha moment was just the flexibility that we got with it and the ability to feed zone specific and not be limited by how many feeds we could send. That to me was the biggest thing. I think out of any controller that I've used, the ability to customize is unparalleled.
It does what you want it to as long as you set it up properly. So the customization is pretty much endless.
Comparing other controllers to the Dilution Solutions Controller, I feel like other systems can sometimes be over-engineered. With the DS controller, it's very simple. It gets the job done. Customization is endless. It's very easy, straightforward.
Because we run smaller media, we have a lot more dryback, so being able to do smaller shots opposed to larger ones and causing channeling and all that is very beneficial for us.
Crop steering is very easy with it. There's many different ways that you can set up irrigation shots. The dosing system is very consistent.
It's easy to make a change to recipes if I need to. I mean, there's literally been times that I've been hunting like in the duck blind in the tree stand and, I get an alert on my phone and I can send a feed from 3 hours across the state.
Having the ability to jump on your phone and do it is really nice, because if you're anywhere and you get a low plant water alert, you can just hop on your phone and do it.
There are alarms built in. You can have flow sensors on your batch tanks, so you're 100% certain that shots are being fed. You didn't have an employee that closed any ball valves. There's no solenoid valves that gone bad and you just don't know about it. You know, there's certain insurance policies in place to make sure that that does not happen. So you never run into a situation where your tanks are dry, your plants are not getting fed. Parameters and alarms set in place to ensure that your overall plant health is not sacrificed due to user error.
I would say just the way that the controller is laid out is pretty cut and dry with good labeling. It's pretty straightforward. You know, we have a handful of people that operate this system on a daily basis. I would say there's 3 people that operate it every day. There's definitely not one person that is calling the shots solely on this system, and it's pretty user-friendly for a range of people to use.
The interface on the controller is very simple for a user to learn, especially if you're not very IT savvy like myself. It's pretty plain and simple. Everything's there. It's a repeated process. As long as you repeat the process through all the steps and you make sure you're checking the right things, it's good to go 99% of the time.
The Dilution Solutions Controller is a very user-friendly interface. The Dilution Solutions Controller is very seamless. All of the tabs are very unique in terms of their own specific functions, so it's very easy to navigate the controller without getting lost. And it's all straightforward. You know, there's very simple drop downs, very simple add-on buttons. When it comes to adding new valves or devices within the controller itself, it's also something that anyone can do.
Just simply setting the tanks to automatically fill when they reach a certain threshold makes it so it's pretty thoughtless to make sure that we have tanks full of what we need them full. When you're growing at the scale that we're growing at, it takes a team, and that's not only the team within the building, but that's also the team with the vendors that you're working with. And you guys have been really great about supporting us along the way, and that goes a long way with me, and it's extremely important when you're growing at scale to have the support you need when you need it.
I'm very confident with their system. I'm very happy with the support they've given us, because that's a big thing. You're not only investing in the system, but you're investing in the support too, because no matter what you choose, you're gonna have issues. So you wanna have people that can help you get your system online correctly, operating, and keep it maintained and running efficiently and properly.
I would definitely recommend Dilution Solutions to others in the industry, not only for the support, the flexibility of the system, and the reliability.
From my experience and all of the hands-on that I've had with other units, I think Dilution Solutions is the easiest to use so far, and I would definitely recommend it to others.
If I was talking to someone about, you know, building a facility and they're looking at a fertigation system, I would definitely recommend Dilution Solutions. There's a lot of flexibility in there. It's an amazing product, and you know, there's, you know, in a facility at this scale, there's like certain decisions that you're going to make that are going to really impact your, you know, cultivation practices, and I think your fertigation system is one of the most important, along with like your HVAC and stuff like that.